Hey everybody, High Tech Hillbilly here. So I wanted to address something that's really irked me regarding the Theta Z1 camera. And everybody praises it and talks about how it's almost full frame and how great it is in low light and how awesome it is and blah, 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 blah. Well, I didn't get it when it first came out. Frankly, I didn't even get into 360 stuff until recently. So in order to learn more, I kept looking for YouTube videos regarding the Theta Z1, which is on your right here picture. Basically, what you're looking at is on the left-hand side. I took a bunch of bracketed photos and stitched them together using, well, it was a Nikon D810 full-frame camera. And on the right, I used this Theta Z1 to take a picture. Now, these are not taken at the same time, but they are in similar lighting conditions and in the same location. So on one you're going to have different stuff in it, and on the other one you're going to have different stuff, but basically the same. All the major stuff is going to be the same, such as furniture, etc. Now don't mind the messes because we had just had people over in one of these photos, and so there's coffee mugs and whatnot all over the place. But I wanted to show you the differences here because people, these shills, they don't know, either they don't know photography or they're just paid chills. And frankly, if you look here on the left, you can actually read the label. If I zoom in, you can probably read some of this label on this Nikon. You can almost read it, okay? Maybe you can read some of that there, I don't know. All right. Well, you can read this box here. You can even see the dust and hair and cat hair from being outside and whatnot. And you can see the crisp details of stuff. But if you look at the right hand side, everything's blocky, blurry. Nothing's quite in focus because of the noise that was generated. Now I did bracketed photos for both of these. You can look at the image information up here, and to tell you the truth, the 0.5 seconds versus the 1 second, that's inaccurate because, you know, these are stacked photos for HDR purposes. And I took several exposures with each one. Let's look at the kitchen here. Can I zoom into the kitchen? Can I look at the kitchen? Let me bring this one over. Well, that's as far as this picture goes. Now, Faststone's not real good at viewing 360 photos, but I think you're going to get the idea here. You can see, look how clear the refrigerator is in this photo. Let's zoom in. Now let's zoom into this photo over here. And let's look at them side by side here. What do you say? Let's move this one over as close as we can get to this one. There, that refrigerator. Does this 1-inch sensor on the right hand side, it's two lenses, single 1-inch sensor, and well, actually I guess it's got to be two. I'm really not sure exactly. It's rated as a 1-inch sensor camera with dual fisheye lenses. So can you see the difference? Now I understand that full frame is going to be better, but even though this is a smaller sensor, the quality should be better. I don't know. Look at the telephone. Everything is a little off here. It's blurry. It's grainy. It's almost like it's got a lot of I can't remember the name of it. Chromatic aberration or whatever it's called. It just doesn't look right. It really doesn't look good. Now, if you look at the bookcase, let's go find the bookcase on this other photo here. See, the colors are obviously going to be better on a full frame, but there should be some similarities in quality, and there's not. Look at this on the wall here. Look at this temperature, this thermometer and humidity. All right, look at that. Look at the difference. Now the cameras obviously were placed in a very within 2 or 3 feet of each other. I just don't get it. I don't get why these people say, "Oh, look at the wonderful camera." It's really not. It's really not a very good camera. And the interface is kind of a headache. But I'm gonna, I think, invest in a lens. And this Theta Z1 is $1,000, and I bet the Theta Z2 is going to be more expensive. And they're going to send a bunch of these out to these real estate photographers, and they're all going to say, "Oh, look how great it is," because they want to get sent free stuff to look at and test to help their channels out. But I'm telling you right now, I'm already shadow banned by YouTube, so I'm definitely not going to shill you. So that's just my take. It's definitely not worth $1,000. It might be worth a couple $100, but it's definitely not worth $1,000. And stick with full frame or even APS-C. Just get you a good fisheye lens and bracket those pictures. Now it's not going to be all in one shot. Well, when you're bracketing with the Z1, it's also not in one shot. It still takes a bunch of pictures. You have to import them, and then you have to stack them and all that stuff. So you're not really saving a whole lot of time. The only thing you're really saving is not having to take multiple pictures because of the ultra wide angle dual lens. That's where you're saving time, but is it really worth saving a couple minutes when you're sacrificing so much quality? Let's look at these side by side. There's this guy, and there's this guy. Let's try to get them the same size. That's what you're looking at right there. That's now I didn't do the colors correctly on this full frame thing. Lightroom, for some reason, automatically decided that it wanted to do a color shift, and I didn't notice when I exported it. So, but the purpose of this video is to show y'all just how bad of a quality the Theta Z1 really is. I mean, it's really not that good at all. It's almost like it just doesn't take pictures in proper focus. Maybe I have a dud. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know. And, you know, because I'm still learning this stuff. I know about photography. I don't shoot in auto. I use good equipment. And I do know how to recognize a good lens and a good camera. So, what do you think? Tell me if I'm just way off on this, or maybe should I return this camera, or should I send it in for repair to Ricoh, or not? Let me know. Thank you for watching. This is, let me find that High Tech Hillbilly out.